This is how I make my workbenches. So the workbench I'm going to make is going to go right here. I want something that'll fit in between the sink, flush with the sink here, and then extend over to the water heater. So this is the door I'm starting with. This was the old basement door. So what I use are these are USP 2x4 connector. For this table, I'm doing something a little different. I'm using these so the 2x4 will sit in like this and then rest that way. So the first thing I got to do is I'll take out the doorknob there, and then I will measure how long my door, and I'll make a rip. So now we're ready to start assembling. My boards are cut, so those are ready. So again, like I said, I'm using Tex 8x3/4, number 8x3/4, and we're gonna use this. So the way I do it to make it flush is I just take a little piece of scrap so that I can do this right here. And actually, I'll probably do another piece right here so that it's flush. Hold on a second. All right, now I've got this thing right here supported, and I'll push my hands down so you can see that if this were upside down, that the bracing does not go flush with that wood. I learned that the hard way. So now I can take my legs, and I'll probably take this bad end and stick it in. So now I've got, how it's gonna go. So I'll secure this one in first, and I'll do the others the same way. Now another mistake I've made is if I stand these up, this is going to be kind of how it. Let's see if I can get it to stay. That's going to be one side, and then you can see just based on if this is the outside, I've got opposite corners. So what I need to make sure is that now I've got one that goes this way, and then I've got one that goes this way. Otherwise, you kind of got to redo it. And I'm just weird, and I don't like having to. Well, I'm not weird in that sense, but I don't like having to redo stuff because I did it wrong the first time. So my recommendation is to do kind of a dry fit, meaning put this, start with one side. Start with one side, and I like to check my measurement to make sure it's right where it's supposed to be, 32 inches, which it is. And then I can kind of get it ready, and then I can screw it in place. So the frame is done. So you can see on the bottom, the legs have kind of bowed in. So this board is the correct length. So if I do a dry check, you can see it matches the top. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put on these brackets first. So I'll put it on, and then I'll do the, actually no I won't. I'm going to put them on though on the ground. So I'll put it on and then I can put my board in. So I changed my mind. I just didn't feel like doing all that work. So I just put 3 drywall screws in. And so the rigid caster's going on the back, and then the swivel with the brakes going on the front. So I've already got both sides marked with a blue Sharpie. So I'm going to go ahead and drill some pilot holes. All right, so my frame is done. All right, so I got my my center brace cut. I went ahead and marked a center line right here, and right there. So I pretty much know about where the center of this is. So I'll put this in, and then we'll mount the tabletop. All right, so my table is secure. So I got my boards cut. So now I'm about to screw these down, and I'm getting close to being done with this table. Well, my video card or my SD card got full as I was finishing this project up, but here's the finished product.